going on, agents? Biz here with another Division 2 build video. I know a lot of creators are talking about X-Defiant this week, and while I'm excited to see what that will look like, I'll leave it on the back burner as we talk about the PvP we do have right now. A couple of videos ago, I said I wanted to do a whole video on a certain shotgun, and today is that day. We'll put a build up that will keep the shells coming and a counter should you run into this build in PvP. As always, whether you're new or old to the channel, you are welcome here. We've been seeing tremendous growth, and it's simply because of you all engaging and enjoying what we're putting out here. If you haven't already and you like what you see, please take a second and click the subscribe button. That little click goes a long way in supporting this channel. Also, as this is a PvP-centered video, leave a comment below what other PvP builds you'd want to see here. While you think of that, let's crack a cool can of LD and get down to it. Right around when Hunter's Fury came out, the game had finally come around to making shotguns worth running. Fast forward to today, and due to their high burst damage up close, and some that cause status effects, Scorpio's the best gun in the game, shotguns play an important role in the weapon pool of any agent's arsenal. The one drawback to running a shotgun, however, is its time to reload. This weakness is even worse on the high damage shotguns, where even weapon handling can't save you from putting each shell in one at a time. There's only one logical way to solve for this dilemma. And what's that? And that's never having to reload. What are you talking about? Ever. Strangely enough, there are passive talents and gear that will allow you to bypass the minutia of putting one round in at a time. And we're going to dive into them now. So to start, we begin at the Demolitionist specialization. As I said before, this is slowly becoming my favorite specialization for a lot of reasons. One of which being nothing says I love you better than an M32A grenade launcher. For this build though, I like it for its crisis response passive ability. Basically, if my armor goes down to 0, the gun equipped gets a reload to full. This is a game changer, especially if you manage your armor correctly. As a quick overview of this build, we have a 4 red, 2 blue core setup. We lean all the way into damage with 12 red, crit chance, and damage attributes. On the weapon side of things, we start with this custom M870. I mean, this is what you came here for. For this gun, we choose to run it with Optimist. After using that talent on the Vector last video, I've really seen the benefit of the extra damage the further down you go on the ammo count. We also lean on the Lady Death to support the shotgun. As we're going to be at close range, an SMG makes sense. Also, the Lady Death comes with the Breathe Free talent, granting amplified damage when moving and speed on kill, which is a buff that will allow us to move in and out. Well, basically freely. That's probably why they call it Breathe Free. Moving into gear, we see 3 pieces of Providence Defense, giving us crit chance, damage, and headshot bonuses. For the backpack talent, we go with the Perfect Vigilance from the Gift that gives us 25% extra weapon damage when not taking damage, and that resets 3 seconds after you take damage. The name of the game to this build is to not get hit. If you can do that, you chunk a lot of damage on your opposition. We also have a named piece of Golan gear, the Hunter Killer, and the named Petrov Contractor Gloves. These both give us bonuses to status effects and LMG damage, which will be totally useless. The main reason we keep these two around is for their named abilities. You see, Contractor Gloves will grant this build 8% multiplicative damage to armor. Also, Hunter Killer comes with Perfect Intimidate, which amplifies damage to 40% to enemies within 10 meters when you have bonus armor. Again, adding more damage to an already stacked damage build. There is one caveat to using Intimidate, and that is getting bonus armor. How in the world will we get that precious blue armor if we're not using Adrenaline Rush? Yeah, for this build, we travel to a foreign place in my stash. A dark, lawless land, governed only by chaos. And that place is the place I keep my exotic knee pads. Super situational. To make this setup work, we'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone with the Ninja Bike knee pads. Now these got a cool workaround a while ago with their parkour talent. This talent will proc when you vault an object or do a cover-to-cover move. Parkour will not only reload your current weapon, but it will also give you 25% bonus armor for 5 seconds with absolutely no cooldown. I tested this out in the range, and when you get the bonus armor, the M870 can hit for near 1.1 million a pellet. That's a pellet, not the entire shotgun shell. The Lady Death will also hit for around 650 to 675,000 body crits. These synergies will make this build's raw DPS a speedy monster at close range. Finally, at skills, we land at 2 that clearly define this as a PvP build. We first go to the decoy. Now this little bugger will hide my nameplate, making it harder to track me down. This stealth advantage will allow my agent to engage in quick, guerrilla-like tactics. We also bring it home with the Jammer Pulse. This is a skill you can flex in and out depending on the group you're fighting, but a lot of times, especially in PvP, getting rid of someone's skills will allow you to crack their entire setup. Looking at you, shield builds. Overall, I wish I found this setup sooner. Its speed and chaos match my energy in PvP, and I am here for it. My one piece of advice would be if you're not used to using movement to your advantage, swap out the Intimidate for a 0Fs or something with Unbreakable. No shame there, and it's like having an extra medkit. Total win. Now, as this is a PvP build, we gotta show how to counter it as well. This build is really good at close range, so in order to beat it, we need to beat the movement and not let this guy get close. Sniper build. So for this setup, since we'll be at range, we're running all red core. We're also running almost all red attributes. I don't really make sniper builds, so I had to work with what I had. Sue me. We also set up on a sharpshooter specialization for that added stability. I have a problem, and that's potato aim. Weapon-wise, you can run anything you like on the secondary. Ideally, something with Ranger could be useful here. The primary, though, will be the Nemesis. And this exotic sniper powers up like a fusion rifle from Destiny, allowing the shot fired to deal up to 100% extra damage. For gear, we see 2 pieces of Providence, and we see Perfect Vigilance coming back. Again, this build is playing from range, so hopefully you don't get hit, and you keep your damage buff. We also see 3 pieces of Aces and 8s that will give us bonuses to headshot damage and marksman rifle damage. That will be very nice for this Nemesis. Finally, and most importantly to round out this gear, will be the Pristine Example. Now this is a named Heraldry chest that will give the build the perfect focus talent. This talent will increase weapon damage up to 60% when you stay scoped in on an 8x or higher scope. While staying scoped in can take some getting used to, at 60% extra damage is allowing the Nemesis to hit for about 20 million damage when fully charged. Nothing's getting near that guy, as long as he lands his shots. Wrapping up on skills, we see the decoy again. Having this in your pocket will allow you to stay hidden. Just don't camp like a lame duck, or people will find you. We also lean on the Riot Foam Chem Launcher. Again, like the shotgun build, this is a flex skill, and you can swap out for whatever will help you and your team. I like the foam here though, so I can stop the speed should it get too close. Overall, these 2 builds will be a lot of fun, and a nice change of pace to try out if you're stuck in a shield build rut like I was. Let me know in the comments below if these builds work for you, and if you're having success modifying it. Let's all get better together, like my guy Dave Jones, who swapped out skills on the Bleed build and is having a great time doing it. I'm going to end it here. I hope, though, that you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Again, thanks so much for tuning in, and let me know what you guys want to see next. I have a few things planned out for the month of August, but I'd be happy to cover things you might want to see. I'll catch you all next time. Biz out.